Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Storytime Sunday. And yeah, we're on Storytime Sunday 3. And today we're gonna be talking about how I got caught in school. Now, what do you you're probably wondering, what do you mean caught in school? Do you mean caught in school having sex? Head? Well, we'll get right into it. So, just like the last story time, this took place in 8th grade, okay? But this one was before the Valentine incident. So it was the first month of school. We was just getting back to school. I think it was like the third week back into school. And this it was a new girl. I missed the previous day, so she was there the previous day I was out of school, but I saw her the next day. And we started speaking around lunchtime, so that was around midday. I was feeling, well, I didn't know much about her, so I couldn't be feeling her out. But she was feeling me, let's just say that. Because when it came to the end of the day, she asked for my number. Now, I wasn't a dickhead. I just gave her my number. I was like, yeah, you know, here's my number. And she was like, okay, thank you, Minana. And, moved on. We're gonna call this girl K. So K, gets my number and, saying that's the end of the day. Now, I didn't want to assume why she needed my number, because at the time I was a loser. I didn't really get bitches like that, so I didn't want to assume the fact that she was interested in me. But I was like, you know what? That's not the case because I don't get bitches. She probably just want to be friends. So she gets my number. She texts me saying, hey, this is Kay, blah, blah, blah. And then, saying we talk all night, bish, bash, boss, saying we getting to know each other. So the next day comes, she's a lot more touchy with me. And I'm like, okay, saying I won't be mean. I guess you can touch up on me. Not like sexually, but saying just a lot more touchy. Because just the previous day she was shy, but this day she was a lot more, saying a lot more extreme with the physical touch. So at the end of the day, she was like, Mina, I got something to tell you at the end of the day. She didn't actually call me Mina, but I'm just not saying my real name. But she was like, yeah, Mina, I got something to tell you through the phone, okay? I was like, sure, okay. So I remember spending the rest of the day thinking before she texted what she was gonna tell me. I was like, what the fuck could she honestly be saying? What possibly could she tell me that she can't tell me at school? So I was like, I was thinking of all these different scenarios and things she could possibly say until eventually she texted and said, Minana, I like you. Now I know this sounds so familiar with the last story time, but this one was a bit different. This one wasn't toxic or someone tried to guilt trip me to date her. She just genuinely likes me. And I was like, you know what? I never really get a girlfriend. This is like my second girlfriend ever. Like my first girlfriend, I didn't like that was in third grade. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't even know what a girlfriend was. But this one I was like, I have a chance to redeem myself and get back in the game. So I said, yeah, sure we can date. So we started dating, this, that, and that. And the next, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't ready for a relationship. I was complete dumbass. I was taking tips from men who literally are not the best examples, that don't even treat their own girlfriends right at the time. I was taking tips from them. And let's just say, I don't like to admit it, but let's just say I just didn't give a shit. I did whatever the fuck I wanted to do. But yeah, she was a bit of a freak, I'm gonna be honest. 'Cause yeah, we're in math class, so we like this is like a good like 2 weeks of us dating. That like what I'm saying. We like I guess you could say we're in middle school love. Let's just say that. And we was in math class. She was like, Ishmael, can I touch your dick? I was like, huh? Yeah, can I touch your dick? I just feel like it. I was like, we're in class though. We're in math class. So like, I don't give a fuck. Teacher doesn't care. And I was like, oh shit, what do I do? I don't want to be a pussy. I don't want to be a bitch. You know? She's offering to, she wants to touch my dick. It's not like I'm forcing her to touch my dick. She's touching my dick. So I was like, oh fuck. Okay. So I let her touch my dick. She didn't put her mouth on it or do anything. She didn't give me head or any bullshit like that. She literally just touched it. But that's the thing. There was people around. We didn't pay attention to our surroundings, and there was a girl that was watching us do what she was doing. Now, she saw us. At the time, I didn't think she was a threat, because I didn't think she was a snitch. I'm gonna just be honest. I thought she was bad as us. That's what I thought. I was like, ah, she ain't gonna snitch. So yeah, that happened. She touched my dick. She was like, oh wow, you got a very big dick. And I was like, yeah, thanks. This is so funny saying it, remembering all these events. But so yeah. So let's just say a couple of days passed, like 2 days passed. The girl that saw us and Kay get into an argument. That day, once again, was not at school for personal reasons, and the principal told them to, what I'm saying. Well, first of all, before I even bring up the principal, the girl that saw us, Lily said something petty. She was like, "At least you know what I'm saying. I don't be like you and me. Not touching and what I'm saying, making out and touching in class." And the principal heard that. She was like, Minana, ain't no way Minana did something. So that's when the principal pulled both of them in. So while I was at home, mom was at work. I was chilling and not at school, enjoying my day off. My mom gets a phone call from the school saying Ishmael did this and that with that girl. And one, what I'm saying, first, my dad gave me the warning, was like, hey, did you do something at school? I was like, no, I didn't do anything at school. So when my dad asked me that, I didn't really think too much about it. I was like, okay, that's a weird question. And I, what I'm saying, carried on chilling. So when my mom got home, she made it very clear that there was a problem. So my mom says, hey, why you letting all these, what I'm saying, why you letting, well, my mom, saying she's an African, so her words can be very, what I'm saying, exaggerating. She can like to exaggerate things. But she says, why the hell you letting all these females touch on you? I'm like, what? In my head, I know what she's talking about. But at the same time, as kids, we don't like it to admit the truth the first time. You got to sort of beat it out of us. So I kept, saying, denying that I didn't do that. I didn't do that. My mom knew I was obviously lying, so she beat the absolute shit out of me. And once she beat the shit out of me, I got the hard part out the way, the whooping. The rest of the day, I can just chill. Saying my phone's probably taken, game's taken, but that's okay. I got the whooping out the way. That's the hard part. So I took a nap, and I was just ready to get the next day of school over with because I know that's the last hard part. So I make it to school the next day. I already knew what was coming. As soon as I walked in, principal said, "Get your bitch ass in here." Boom. So as I walked into the room, the principal's room. By the way, I have two assistant principals. One is male, one is female. The principal is a female. So technically, the male assistant principal, he already left us, left us be. So I'm stuck there with the female principal and the female assistant principal and two policemen. So I'm there, they're interviewing me about what happened in the situation. But as I was reading, I was listening and reading what I've done, well, allegedly done, I saw that she said that I forced her to do these things. Now, as I stated, what I'm saying, early in the video, that she literally asked me, can she touch my dick? Now, I was a dumbass, okay? I probably should have not let her touch my dick, because, what I'm saying? We're still minors at the end of the day. We're dumbasses just figuring life out. So, I'm like, what the fuck? I did not force her to do these things. Now, I'm smart enough to know what sexual assault means and ask for consent. And plus, I know deep down my pussy, so I wouldn't have forced the girls to touch my dick. Like, this is my second girlfriend ever. I don't get bitches. I'm a loser. But the principal was like, nah, you did this. The principal was really, pushing the point that I've sexually assaulted that woman. And I did not. In my head, I really wanted to curse her out so bad. I kept telling her, the girl wanted to touch my dick. I let her do it. It's my fault. It's her fault. We're both dumbasses. You can spin me. Don't care. She was like, no, 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 no. You should get arrested. And the policeman was looking. I remember he was staring into my soul like he was ready to arrest me. But in my head, I'm like, God, this is long. This shouldn't be that hard. I literally just told you what happened. Why are you not believing me? But that's when I realized that in that situation, they were always going to side with the female, whether I liked it or not. They were never on my side from the start. The way the principal was talking to me, she was never on my side. The assistant principal, however, the female assistant principal, thank you. She was unbiased. She was like, you know what? We don't really have any proof that he did or did not do this. Well, if that's the case. She literally just said, we'll just suspend it for a day. Don't let it happen again. Let it happen again, we'll get legal force. And so, yeah, I got suspended. You know what I'm saying? I come back the next day. Everyone's, saying, dang, Minana, you back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, before we even end the video off, okay, I forgot to mention. So, what happened after, saying I spoke to the principals? What happened with me and Kay? Yeah, I confronted the bitch. And I was like, nah, we're done. You literally ratted me out just so you can save your ass. But it's cool, we're done. This and that. And she literally just get, okay. And yeah, the friend also, on the other hand, I said fuck. Well, I didn't say fuck her. I didn't confront her. It was a waste of time to confront her. But she did approach me and was like, yeah, I'm glad you dropped that ugly ass, ratchet ass bitch. I'm like, this is, I was like, okay. And I just said, I just moved on with my day. But, yeah, so I broke up with the girl. This and that. I avoid not getting arrested and getting falsely claimed. And, yeah, I definitely learned my lesson to never, ever do that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the story time. I know it's a different type of story time, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I had to get something out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this story time. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more content like this, please like, subscribe, and peace. Stay tuned for the next Storytime Sunday. Peace.